I think people that deal with football need to look at how we select players that in our provincial. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. I'll break it down for you. If the league closes down, PSL closes down, and First Division closes down, you are left with SAB. In terms of the intensity and what you get from the game, you're not going to get it. So if the league says we have a 30-man player squad of good players from all the clubs that are there, 18 squad members that are not going to go and play in the playoffs, it says to you, those guys will be able to give you at least 2-3 games of the high intensity. That will prepare you to play the same way that you're going to play in the playoffs. Then the province itself, it means they have manifested something to say, we understand what football is all about. It's not about, it's about competition now, but at the end of the day, can we now help one another to move forward and prosper from that? I think if we can go back there, including the technical advice of SAFA, can we come up with certain, we play the playoffs early in May, when all other clubs are still open? Why? Why am I saying May? Because we can be able to go and have tournaments early, play the right type of friendlies that we need. Because if you play them in June, I know somebody will say now June is the right time because everybody's closed, the cases are not, no. Let's move away from the cases. Let's do the right way so that everybody comes here prepared. May, leave June. It makes it sense because we'll have the proper friendlies. I'll ask you a simple question. When you prepare in a league, do you play back-to-back? You play weekend, then you go home, you rest. You prepare, then you can come back fresh. Tomorrow, Mpheni has to play. I feel for them. Even if it was me, they will feel for me that this guy's going to push me for 40 minutes, it's going to collapse. It's not fair. Let's look at the whole systems and say, what can we change? What can we put into this thing? I've been saying this for 6 years. No one is listening to me. Chairmen are putting money into this thing. I'll be fired tomorrow for the same thing that you do not promote. But no one looks into what actually costs the club not to perform at the highest level. You're missing out on boys that have talent. The scouts are not going to get nothing. These players, you see them today, tomorrow might not see them again. Do you realize that you might have missed a German South Africa is going to come and replace Jimmy Tau and whoever and so forth because of how the tournament is structured. It needs to go, people need to go back, revisit the tournament and say, is it right for us to play this way? This is a promotional league. We're not playing here. It's not child's play. This thing is fitting our families. So let's go back to Motsepe Foundation and say, what can you do in order for us to stretch this thing and play it more like an international tournament? Where you say you have 2 days of rest, come back, push so that you can be able to get quality out of that. How can a national team under 23, how can a national under 20, how can a national, you call it what, COSAFA, select players out of this, playing 2 games or 3 games? What are you going to see? Tomorrow the players is playing good, tomorrow is not going to play good. So you're not going to get quality out of that. You understand? As coaches, you understand that what you're dealing with. I'm not fighting, I'm saying let's go back to the drawing board, call Coach Ndaba, technical advisor, call Coach Ndaba, sit us down. We are non-coaches here. We live here, we don't have refresher courses, we don't have nothing. We're going back to our parent clubs. 2 coaches will promote it and nothing's going to be done with the 7. Where are we going? Football is not going to grow like that.
Coach, last time in Potchefstroom when you were with Zizwe, you mentioned the very same thing when you were talking to football stage.
Yes.
Do you think
no one is listening.
Things will ever change?
No one is listening. If you never played football at the highest level, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you played football or you coach football, at least you can attest to say what he's saying is the truth. But once you say something to people, it's like politics. Once you tell Cyril Ramaphosa what to do, he's not going to listen to you because you told him exactly what he's supposed to be doing. Somebody sitting at the hot seat won't want to be told by me because I'm a coach. I don't have powers to tell him. But if he listens, he's smart enough. He listens to what I'm saying. He can implement what I said. I don't need credit. I said common sense. What does he tell you? Implementation of football. Do it the right way so it can benefit. It's not only benefiting me. It's benefiting the country. How many players have you promoted in the past? Wherever I go touch souls, I promote players from the lower league to up. How many players can I promote the right way if you're to allow the tournament to play the right way? Change the format. Change the format.
Coach, let us go back to the football. You dominated the game. You had the possession, but you were unable to get into the dangerous areas where you can create goal-scoring opportunities. Does that concern you?
Good game plan from Mpheni. They frustrate you. I mean, players are like that. It's a chess game. If you play chess, you'll understand. You checkmate, and you slip. You are left vulnerable at the back. We spoke about it. We said, look, Mpheni are prepared to play 4 touches, and they'll hurt you. They have big boys that can run. I watched them when they were in Maritzburg. I watched them when they played their last game. How they scored from outside, good goal. And then you say, but how many goals have they scored in the league? They didn't score so many. Why they are not scoring so many? So it means technically they have to sit at the back and hope that they could catch you on a counter. Or they've been scoring through penalties, let's be honest. They've been through scoring penalties. I've followed them so much so that I understand who they are. Now you say, the next game, the Rangers is watching the game. Rangers is saying, because Mpheni has been sitting at the back, they'll get a shocker because Mpheni will come out and say, now we have nothing to hold back to. Now Rangers will be saying, we'll play like Mpheni and say, can you sit back and absorb pressure and come out on counter? Hence I'm saying the tournament does not do justice to football in terms of how you plan going forward. Suppose you have at least 2 days to go prepare, come back. Then everybody's fresh. Yes, we'll say the Rangers is going to sit too long and then they won't be able to play football. But it's up to them to prepare somewhere else so that they can be able to play football.
Coach, against any other team, once you are 2-0 down, they make it very, very difficult to come back.
Not against my team.
Okay. But today, Mpheni allowed you to come back. Maybe another team will defend.
Mpheni allowed me to come back.
You fought back.
Sorry to interject. No, Mpheni allowed me to come back.
You fought your way back.
No, you don't fight your way back. It's how you play football. Become patient. You don't panic. Why panic? The game is not yet done.
So when the board went up to say 5 minutes and you were 2-0 down, you didn't panic.
It's critical phase.
You didn't panic.
It's critical phase. It says they're going to panic. I don't have to panic. I have to get ball into the box and score. But Coach, and that's what they did.
Coach, since you know how to maintain the character, especially when you are under pressure,
yes,
and you're speaking about that you never panicked,
no,
is it going to jeopardize your progress to success in the next coming games? Because are you going to allow, what is it that exactly that you're going to do differently not to allow the very same thing to happen today?
You dissect opponents. It takes me 10 minutes to stand here to understand how they play. Then I have to go back and tell my players that you adapt, you adjust, you impose. You have to impose our game.
Are you saying to the supporters they should not give up until the final?
How can they give up? What's lost? What's lost?
You are leaving us.
No, you answer the question. What's lost? We are even. Everybody's even. We still have a game to go. Yeah. Look, when I arrived in Njampela, it was the same story. People gave this club no chance. They said they are, guys from the Bundus. I went and coached in Venda. It's the same as the same rural areas as in KZN. So for me, it's adaptation of the place and how it's all about my work. I come there. I want to change the province where I go. I want to touch people. That's what I do. That's why we have coaches that will go move around the country, and you find that they are winning. They are not winning because of influence from outside. They are winning because they understand the culture of people. First of all, speak the language, understand people. When you go to Venda, you have to try to speak at least one of those languages and understand. When they speak, then you can be able to answer back, because it's important to understand the culture. Then you can be able to coach in those areas.
Maybe just to ask this last question, coach. My apologies. Maybe I was
no
not
problem.
Clear. Yes. We asked the previous coach how many experienced players he has, and he says he just only have one person who was there at the previous national playoffs. In your squad, do you have other players that have experience when you're talking about the national playoffs? Because he was saying most of the players that he has is the players that are promoted from the SAB. What about your squad?
Next question, please.
Coach, next game, like you said, you kept possession, difficult to penetrate, but in the end, you were able to open them up. Can you expect the same approach, or you bring in more agency to try and open the team up?
It's not about me bringing agency. It's about what the game wants. We all, on Thursday, we are all 1-1. What does it say? The one that takes his chances will win the game. So it's not about me. It's about what the game wants.
So you adapt to what the game wants all the time.
It's three key moments in football. You adapt, you adjust, you impose. You adapt, you adjust, you impose. You adapt, you adjust, you impose.
As it stands, you are very confident of advancing to the semi-finals.
Nothing has happened.
So it's like nothing has happened. We're still living.
We're still living.
Thank you very much, Mr. Motsoeneng.
You're welcome, sir.